understand the virtues of the Buddha. That's why to be true to the truth is a very important conditions. Parami, be true to the truth. What about the understanding of Dhamma? Whatever is real right now, so real. No one seeing is seeing, never change at all. That which is seen is only that which can be seen, not anyone at all, not anything at all, just a speck of object which is seen and then gone. And where is it? At the eye base. Is there any understanding of that? So how can there can be more understanding without listening carefully until right understanding of the truth is so firmer and firmer and firmer. So very subtly, very gradually, like now. That's the only way to understand the virtues of the Buddha. Is there other way?
No.
That's why the words of the truth is the only way, the instrument to let go the idea of self, which condition all kinds of akusala, fame, or whatever wealth, how much, where is it? Just in thinking, wishing, wanting. But the truth is that what is that now? Has arisen and fallen away unknowingly. Just take the reality which succeeds from moment to moment, appear as something with the shape and form as nimitta, to be something. The object of attachment and ignorance keeps on with the idea, how can I have more understanding? Understanding is this very moment. Is there Dhamma right now? Is there seeing right now? So what is seeing and what is Dhamma? No one, this is the only way to gradually letting go the idea of self or something all the time from birth to death, each life, on and on and on, added more and more, accumulated on and on, up until this moment. How can I? What is it? No understanding of Dhamma. Be true to the truth. There must be.
Prakash, Than Ajahn, please
Yes,
continue.
please.
Sorry. Prakash, you must have, from your own experience, since you've started listening, observed that uh, there's a little understanding, but always this idea comes up of how can there be more understanding, right?
Yes.
And that's why you ask, how can many times you ask like this. So this is common, this is very normal because the understanding is still the beginning level. But you will see that in the beginning, when you ask about this, you hear that everything is arises and falls away, never to come back, never to return, and all that. If is it not true that this is how it is? So you need to keep coming back to this moment that it is like this, isn't it? So if the understanding comes back to this moment that it is true, then there's no question about how. Then it's back to this moment because that's what Achan keeps reminding us again and again that the study is about now. It's now. So every word, every statement is true, but the understanding has to be arisen now. And there's no way that be made to arise. It's either happens or does not happen. How is not talking is forgetting that it is now. So it is all about hearing again and again and again about what is true now, that it is that way. Then the question slowly becomes less and less. And I think you have observed that it is less and less, right? In your mind, the question of how, because sometimes you'll be reminded that it is now only. And the question of how, what to do, uh, is not valid, is of no use, and is taking your attention away from now again and again, right?
Okay. So, okay, these kind of questions will just take our attention out from present, and which is
It,
not going to be helpful in any way.
it is not like it takes away, it is being forgetful about the present, that the study is always now. It is the
Mm.
forgetfulness that arises again and again, which conditions the idea of self, which wants to have result and asks the question.
Mm.
There's so much
Yeah.
forgetfulness, there's so much ignorance, there's so much forgetfulness.
Okay. So the only is coming back again and again, again and again.
This is what is, again, now, are you asking, is it true? You have to consider yourself, is it true that the only
Yeah.
this moment can be understood and studied?
Mm.
Kanachar, please.
When you say, how can I? What is how? No understanding, or there can be understanding even about how. What is it?
Mm.
Say, very, very enormous ignorance, no understanding of anything at all, until what is real each moment is understood, realized, as Buddha had realized. See, that's why his great wisdom, his great virtues, no one can compare. And the only way to pay respect to his great virtues, listen carefully, understand the truth of what is there, even how, what is it. See, how, what is it?
How is also trying to know something
No, no,
which is
that
not
is
there.
that is not the question. When how is there, what is it? How, how, what is it?
I am not able to understand this question. How, what is it means?
What are you speaking? What is that which is what? And are and you speaking.
Mm.
See, is there any way to understand the answer, the truth, ultimate truth? How can I understand? What is it?
There is a self, high
No, no,
understanding something.
no, 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 no. How can I understand what is each sound and word? See, no thought about it at all. But right understanding understands whatever is there, the truth of what is there. How can I? What are they? One by one?
What do you mean by
Otherwise,
this, Ajahn? How can I one by one?
yeah, how? What is it? How? Not just want to understand more and more, but no understanding even how. What is it?
Not understanding even how means.
Yeah, even how is not understood yet. But there is desire, attachment to understand further than that. But no understanding. How? What is it?
Would you please elaborate a little more? Not able to.
Okay. Did you say how?
Yes.
What is it? How?
When I say how can I understand arising and passing
No,
away?
no. How is heard,
How
right?
is all? Yeah. Okay.
So, what is its nature? What is characteristic? What is truth? It is heard. How? It's heard.
Mm-hmm.
So, what is that?
Sound.
Which is heard?
Sound.
Sound. And after that,
Thinking.
that's it. Who thinks?
Yeah.
No
No
one.
one
This
conditions.
is the beginning. The Satya Bharami. So very deep. What is there in life? From moment to moment, so very deep, so very subtle. No one can realize the truth to be Sotapanna and on without understanding the truth of what is there right then, which is hidden because of ignorance accumulated not to understand anything at all. Even the question, what is how? See? No thought about it, just think about how and how and how I understand go on. But in truth, even just how, what is that? In order to understand the ultimate truth, no one there at all. Hearing, hears the sound, no matter when, followed by thinking of the sound as something, but in truth, thinking is thinking only just about the meaning of the sound. Is that right?
Yes.
So now, this is the beginning to understand how deep Parami is. And Panya Parami, so little. It has to keep on with Satya Parami. Be true to what Panya understands. Never change at all. The truth is the truth. No one hears, but hearing hears sound only. It cannot think. Is this Dhamma?
Yes.
Is this the ultimate truth?
Yeah. Sound is.
Does it arise and fall away?
Yes.
So whatever arises falls away. Is it sukha or dukkha?
Dukkha.
But when it does not appear as it is, the
Mm.
dukkha, which is not able to be known or realized until right understanding of the truth develops on and on and on until the moment of realizing what arises and falls away. By then, Panya realized how dukkha it is in samsara. Each moment is the breaking world just arise and falls away in split seconds. So we learn to understand who's the Buddha. Otherwise, there can never be the understanding of the truth of what is there from moment to moment in life, from birth to death. And no understanding of the virtues of the Buddha if there is no understanding of the ultimate truth of each word he had realized. No one can have the name Buddha at all, only the one who had realized the truth by himself. So great wisdom, so great compassion for everyone who cannot understand the truth by oneself at all. Is it true?
Yeah. So Ajan, in that way, the question, it is obvious that kind of question comes. How can I understand that or this? Understanding that question itself is a way to understand right
So
now.
let's understand just one word. Otherwise, how can there be the understanding of anything at all? Right? Like how? No one thought about it. What is it? It's so real, but no one knows what are there. The hearing and the sound with other conditions. That's
Prakash,
one.
sorry, Tanj.
Please go on, Kunsikin.
Uh, Prakash, but you can see from what Achan has just elaborated and explained that how much ignorance there is in a day and how this lopa attachment is the always being the teacher and the student, one following the other, one word unto another word to another word. And underlying all that is the extent of ignorance. So that it's not going to go away. That is only an arahat can have no more ignorance. But you can see as a puthajana how much of this all these akusla rooted all in ignorance arises and falls away. It's not going to go away. For example, what you've heard today is something new, and you might think that your the previous house on previous things you understand more, but then this how is again on this new thing. Your in your mind can come the idea of how to Achan says talked about each word, the importance of understanding the truth uh, behind the utterance of each word, and then the thought might come, how can I have more understanding, this kind of understanding? So it's going to happen again and again. And that's why Thanachan also reminds us about the importance of the Baramis, truthfulness and all that. And I think you can start slowly to see that it's the more a, you know, this attachment comes to wanting to know more, then it's going the wrong way. So, but that's going to arise. And so it's just listen and consider each word carefully back to just hearing and considering and, you know, like accepting that you're just like a beginner all the time, back to the beginning again, not like hearing one thing and wanting to understand and quickly wanting to go to next level, next level. No, no, back again and again to now.
Hmm. It means come back to again and again what is there here and
Start
now.
again, start again, start again. I mean, we're just beginners
Hmm.
and we remain beginners again and again, back to the beginning.
Hmm.
And of course, I'm not saying not to ask questions because your questions are very helpful, and I really appreciate your part in all this because you bring up questions people are afraid to ask, and that's not a good thing. Not to ask questions in a discussion. You should always ask questions, and it helps not only yourself; it helps everyone. It encourages people to consider. So it's a very good thing.
Hmm. Okay. Basically, even this understanding, whatever we are at the understanding intellectual level, it is no one this kind of questions arise again and again, and understand those questions and understand Dhamma there, and that is also again not self or one.
Right.
It
Whatever
is.
has arisen is Dhamma. It's not self at all. It's all just Dhamma. And coming back, this shows that it's about understanding now, right? Even when
Hmm.
we're thinking about this and that to ask question, eh, the best would be to for sati to arise and at that very moment to know what it is, right? Hmm.
Okay.
อาจารย์อนุญาตกระซิบที่นะอย่าปล่อยให้คุณคิดถึงคนอื่นเนี่ยถ้าไม่ใช่ไม่ปล่อยเลยก็ปวดมันจะต้องเรียนเขาอ่ะอาจารย์น้องก็จะ
Could you microphone could you เปิดอยู่ครับ
Okay.
ขอโทษค่ะ
Ajahn, last week in one of the discussion we actually started on nimitta. While here and now seeing and hearing, how nimitta to be understood.
Is there seeing right now?
Yes.
How many moments or just one moment?
Yeah, there must be many moments, but it is still idea. But seeing is
Can just one moment be known, be realized?
not yet.
That's why many moments condition the shape, we can say, or form or something as a sign of seeing, isn't it? There is seeing now, numerous moments of seeing, excuse me. But whatever appears cannot appear just one instant moment at all. By conditions, there must be citta before seeing, and there must be citta after seeing. Just one moment of seeing, that which impinge on the eye base. Consider now, where's the eye base? And that which impinge on the eye base. Condition the seeing to arise at that pasad rupa, just to see, only that speck. So how can it be known? Just only one. It falls away instantly because conditions condition it to just arise. So as soon it has arisen, it falls away instantly. So how can it be the object of understanding? Just one, seeing. So now, they seeing, right? Only one or many? And what we take for seeing so many moments is the nimitta, the sign, the mark of that which sees. No one there at all. Is that right?
Prakash, can I ask, when you say, Tanajan asked, can one moment be realized, and you said no, what is the understanding? What is your understanding that it cannot be realized?
There is a seeing now, and there are many seeing happening continuously, but it happens so fast, so there is no understanding even a moment of seeing. That is the meaning what I said.
But Tanajan was asking this one moment of seeing, which is just very short moment. Is this the one moment that is right now that you know that there's seeing? Is it just one moment right now they're seeing? Is this really just one moment of seeing, as in uh, when Thanachan just said that uh, when visible object contact impinges on the eye sense, and then what the chitta, one chitta following another, and then there's one moment of seeing followed by another, some other kind of chitta. And is this seeing right now just that one moment? It stops at one moment?
No, it cannot.
Means that is this one moment of just one reality right now that they're seeing, for example, or sound, or visible object? Is this just one moment of seeing and hearing? Or because Thanachan just explained that before seeing, there's some other chitta which does not see. After seeing, there's another chitta which does not see, which experiences the same object. Seeing is just one moment out of all the other chittas. And then how can this one chitta be what it is now?
So, do you mean seeing is one moment
Out of
immediately
so
after?
many, between so many other kinds of chitta, which is dark, no seeing.
Okay, I just put across what
So, so
understanding.
Thanachan, what Thanachan is saying is that that one moment cannot appear. It appears because there are many moments of seeing, one after the other, between these other chittas like uh, Santigana, Samptichanna, Avachana, and all that, and many different processes of seeing arising and falling one after the other, and the mind door, which experiences the same object, that there can be this seeing right now. And this is what it means, nimitta, that the seeing is right now is nimitta, visible object is nimitta of visible object. It's not just one moment. Because one moment cannot appear.
Okay,
It's so it's so short. It's not just a question of art, it's so short that only one cannot appear. It has to be many, many moments that it is can be like now, seeing now, hearing now, and this is nimitta. So seeing now is visible object now is experienced by way of nimitta, not by just one moment. It is many moments of seeing, experiences, different visible objects, and the mind door in between experience the same object, that it's happening like this. Life is like this. Life is not just seeing is not just one moment right now. It's not happening just one moment. It's many, many moments, one after the other.
okay. Since the understanding of Panya is not developed or it is not so sharp, we just see either some shape or
No, no,
some
no.
type.
And that's a different issue. But even if understanding arose, understanding cannot arise understand just one moment. It also has to be like this, many moments.
Hmm.
This is just the way life is.
Actually, there is no understanding what you are saying, but I'm still trying to observe
Yeah,
or
yeah, I know it's very hard.
no,
This
no,
question of
what is
nimitta is not
happening. Yeah,
easy at all. It's not easy
yeah.
to understand at all. But
Hmm.
it's best that we don't misunderstand it. We have to understand it correct, but just need patience. So the thing is, your question is about nimitta, and we're trying to understand what it means, what
Hmm.
Achan means each time when she brings up this uh, question about nimitta. And it's not easy to understand. And I'm also explaining, and I also don't understand. It's just I'm trying to, as much as I can understand, I'm explaining to you. But this nimitta is not an easy thing. But theoretically, conceptually, you can know that it is like the fire stick. You understand?
Hmm.
In if you take a incense stick and move it around as a circle, To see a circle means that there must be at many points this incense stick at different points, different locations, right? Have to help each other to create that idea, that circle.
Circle.
So same thing with visible object. One moment, one place cannot form that this seeing right now of visible object. It has to be many, many scenes, like a fire stick.
Okay. Okay, this is a theoretical understanding, isn't it?
Right. This is just theoretical understanding. Direct understanding, forget it. It's not going to happen. And besides, as I said, direct understanding is still, when panya arises, direct understanding arises, the object is still a nimitta. But slowly, even now, we can understand that this nimitta is in truth many, many visible objects.
So
Tanachan,
many,
please. Yeah, okay, go on.
many visible object
And mind door in between, which
appears.
has to,
Yeah.
one
Okay.
after the other. And appear, when we say appear, it appears as visible object. And that's good enough to be the object of right understanding. Now don't try to divide that into small sections and wonder any difference. But the main thing that it is still has the characteristic, its particular characteristic, and the general characteristic of rise and fall. So even anicca, dukkha, and anatta is understood of nimitta, not one chitta. It's hard. Just keep on listening. I'm just saying that first you have to understand that it cannot be just one chitta. It's too short. Tanachan, please. Tanachan.
Yes, I'm trying to. Okay.
Cannot hear you, Tanachan.
ท่านอาจารย์ต้องเปิดไมค์ค่ะเมื่อกี้เปิดแล้วค่ะมันปิดไปใหม่ค่ะ
Can you hear me?
Yes, John.
Very soft. I'll try again. Okay. Try again. Okay. Now you can hear me, right?
Yes.
But so very soft.
I think, Achan, we can hear you very fine.
But I
It's
can hear
okay.
you very softly. So very soft.
But you can speak,
I'll try
we're listening.
again. Okay. Can you hear me better?
Yes, we can hear you properly.
But you're still soft. Your voice is soft. Okay. Now, are we living in the world of nimitta? That's
What
the
is
question.
Yes. What is the meaning of living in the world of nimitta, Ajahn?
I cannot hear you.
Prakash, based on the what I just explained, that everything that is now, that is being experienced to the eye, the ear, the nose, the tongue, the body, and the mind is so happening so in reality they're so short and they're rising and falling away so fast that if it's just one moment, cannot be known. So that we know right now, that we're seeing, that we're hearing, that we're smelling, that we're tasting, that we're thinking, it's all many, many moments of those experiences. Each experience, if seeing is happening right now, many, many different, many, many seeings to appear as it is, many, many visible object to appear as it is, many, many sounds to appear as it is, many, many hearing to appear as it is. So it's happening like this all the time. So it's actually, isn't this the world of nimitta in truth? You could say the world of reality, but the way that it's being experienced, since it's the only way that it can appear, it is by way of nimitta. So we can say it is the world of nimitta, right?
Okay. There is no. It is not appearing as it is, uh, but it is appearing.
It is appearing as it is, but no understanding,
Yes.
right? No
Hmm,
understanding.
hmm,
And this appearing is not just one moment, it's
hmm,
many, many moments.
hmm.
Sound, visible object,
Thinking.
thinking,
Yes.
it's many, many moments.
Hmm,
And this many, many moments is the only way that it can appear. And
hmm.
this is nimitta, because
Okay.
one moment is too short. So our life is the life of nimitta, right? From birth to death, morning to night.
So you mean many moments of either hearing, seeing,
All
thinking,
these experiences are happening
touching.
by way of nimitta, right?
What is the way of nimitta means here? Yeah.
Okay,
Different
now
chitta. It is a
is
different chitta. Seeing is different.
oh,
Something thinking
no,
is
no, no, no,
different.
no,
Hearing is
no, no, no.
different.
Let's talk about seeing now.
Okay.
Is this just one moment or many moments?
Many moments, definitely.
Right. It's
Hmm.
nimitta, right? By way of
Hmm.
nimitta.
Yeah, the word I am.
Same, same with
What is the?
hearing by way of nimitta.
Mhm.
Sound is heard by way of nimitta. Right now.
Hmm.
So all day it is like this. So on one hand, we know that each moment, each chitta rises and falls away. It's all different, one after the other, from adverting to idor to uh, a sampati channa, there's santirana and votapana, all different chittas. That is in truth, it's happening like this. But what is being experienced right now is not those one moment. The one moment of seeing, right, is not what is being happening right now. Right now is many moments because one is too short. So in truth, there is only at any moment just one chitta. But as it is experienced right now, it's being what is appearing right now. And what can be understood is only by way of many of those same realities arising one after in close proximity. I won't say one after the other, then you might say that seeing consciousness rise and fall away, immediately followed by another seeing consciousness. No, no, no. We're talking about processes. And so in between, there will be other chittas which do not see, and plus mind or plus bhavanga. So so many different other kinds of chittas that do not see at all. It's all mostly darkness. Like you can say one in billion uh, or millions. Okay, billion might be too much. That sees. The others do not see. It's all dark. And yet it right now it is like seeing is constant, right? It's happening.
Hmm.
Okay, that's the extent of ignorance on one hand. On the other hand, if it was that just one moment, that is being seen now, you can imagine that it wouldn't appear as it is. It wouldn't appear right now as it is, as seeing like this. Because if it was just one moment, then there cannot be thinking about shape and form. It must be many, many moments that there can be different shapes, different forms, that there can be recognizing that your face is different from my face.
I was thinking about when the previous topic about how and then talking about nimitta. It's like now we follow the word by way of nimitta, and it's like it's like the meaning of the words. It's there is thinking about the meaning of the words and how.
มันมิวอยู่ใช่ไหม
and how to understand the reality through the meaning of the words, because it's what we think about. So we are unable to get closer to the reality, which is at the very moment we hear the words of spoken, or we speak, or the words that we speak, like how can it be understood? It's that's the intellectual understanding, the limits of intellectual understanding. But by hearing the word, by hearing Ajahn words, we are reminded about these limits, and we begin to see a little bit beyond the words and beyond the meaning of the words, and we begin to understand a little bit more, just a very tiny, the tiniest moment of understanding is begins to develop. That's the way it develops, very little and very little. And when asking how, it's like we expect to be all there suddenly, like enlightenment or something, or maybe not enlightenment, but the direct understanding, or maybe Pativeda, or etc.
But sometimes, Alberto, this how can be also based on the misunderstanding that by getting an explanation, one can understand better. And that also is another problem. It's not so much that we are expecting to have great results, but we're thinking that if Thanachan explains to us about the mechanisms, for example, that is the way to have more understanding, and we follow someone else's reasoning. That's the way to understand, because that's the way our habit is with every other kind of knowledge. So, and we think it's the same process of learning when it comes to Dhamma, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. I also like the way when Ajahn explains that we are. This is the listening is the introduction to. It's just the introduction, the explanation of the reality. it cannot really understand unless there is more. There is this more considering and yeah, it's must be the must be the words that help to have the correct understanding of the reality which the words point to, or and it has to be about not the situation, not the situation
Right.
which the words.
Yeah, it has to be about now. And even the
Has to,
word considering can be misunderstood, and it is likely to be misunderstood again and again because of the lack of understanding. Because considering itself, when Ajahn talks about considering, it's about panya arising at that moment to perform its function. It has to be panya all the way. So, and panya is all about now.
yeah, and listening and beginning to develop that understanding. And but the as Ajahn said, we accumulated so much ignorance that it cannot be like it cannot be very quick. It has to be slowly and not painfully, but I don't know.
Yeah, I understand it's slow and it requires patience. So, and all the paramis. So, for example, when Kanachan was talking about how can I, one by one, for me, it was a reminder about how little the understanding is, how far it is from the present moment. And as you earlier said, the process is getting closer and closer, and that getting closer and closer is still very far. It's still so far from now. So that when Ajahn talked about how can I, it just reminded me about how far from this moment the level of our understanding is, my understanding is.
Yeah, but the main thing is, I think the main thing is just, as you said, and Ajahn said, begin again. And so we have the opportunity to begin again. So we just exploit it. We just take advantage of the opportunity so that we can begin again, even for another shortest of the moment of understanding.
Um,
It accumulates. That's the way it works. There's no other way. I mean, it's the way all reality works. Not only panya, even ignorance, but we have accumulated so much of it that now we are in this situation that we cannot understand what Ajahn says.
and to use your word, which you just used, painful. It's painful when it's ignorance and attachment arises and and is thinking that it's so difficult and whatnot, and that's painful to self.
Yeah, because when there is attachment, there was. Sorry.
Okay.
I just let you know that Thanajan is back.
Yes,
Okay.
it's all right
Tanachan,
now.
please.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
Tanachan, we can hear you.
Okay. So today we'll talk again, begin again to understand a little more about nimitta, right? Are we
Yes,
there?
Tanachan. please.
And every moment in the world of nimitta.
Prakash, this is for you.
Yes. Is
So
it a
you,
question?
yes, it's a question. Thanachan asked. Thanachan, can you ask again, please?
Yes. Are we now in the world of nimitta?
Answer, I don't know actually.
You don't know. See, no one knows without listening carefully to the truth realized by the Buddha. So now, is there seeing?
Yes, Ajahn.
Seeing what?
Seeing what impinges on the eye base.
Is it now that is the understanding of
No
what?
real
No,
understanding.
not yet. That's why we learn to understand how far away now from the
Mm.
ultimate truth. No understanding of whatever is there at all, right?
Mm.
For example, seeing. We don't talk about other word at all yet. There is seeing right now. What does it see? Again,
The visible object.
where is seeing and where is visible object?
It's an eye base.
Is thinking or is there
Yes.
right now?
Yeah, it is thinking.
That's why considering about that which appears in life without any understanding of the truth of each at all. That's why now, just what is seen is not only that which impinge on the eye base. So learn to be true to the truth. There must be the eye base. That's why we learn that the world, the source of the world, is from head to toe until there's no head and toe. See how deep the reality is. Now we understand what it's meant by head to toe, the source of the world. Seeing is right there, isn't it?
Mm.
And thinking is also right there.
Mm.
Everything is right there,
Mm-hmm.
unknown at all, far away from the source of the moment of what appears. Is that right?
Yes.
So learn to understand the truth, to be true to the reality, which cannot be taken for anything at all.
Mm.
At all. There is seeing. There is the idea that I see, right?
Yes.
So begin to study, to understand the ultimate truth. Seeing is conditioned to see. If it does not arise, no conditions for its arising, there can never be seeing at all. So when there's no seeing, there cannot be that which is seen at all. The world of sight cannot be now appearing as it is. But the truth is that whatever is there appearing, it does not appear as it really is. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay, learn to have confidence. Satya, be true to the truth.
Mm.
That is so very subtle. To understand in truth, there is no one at all. There is only a moment of experiencing an object. Without the reality which arises and experiences the object, can there be anything?
No.
Impossible. So the reality which is conditioned to arise to experience the object is real. Any
Mm.
moment it's there, experiencing an object. So now we just talk about seeing only. One moment of seeing. What is its object?
Mm. The visible.
Aspect of
Yes.
the object. It cannot
Yes.
be the flower or the bed or the house or the window or anything at all.
Mm.
So as soon as we close our eyes, the visible object which appears as door or picture or bed or chair, no, nothing can appear at all. How come? Just close one's eyes. What appears, gone, not even one, which appears as a bed or a clock or a shoe or anything, gone instantly. How come? Because there is no seeing, right? So as soon as seeing arises, it experiences just a speck of the object, which is there seen, not a bed, not a shoe, not a pen, not anything at all. Is that right? Just one dot. And seeing, as soon as it has arisen, it's gone. No one knows. Because even the moment of its arising, no one knows. So at moment when it's gone, no one knows. Is it true? Be true to the truth, Satya Barami. So seeing right now does not appear that it has arisen and gone at all. Is that true?
Yes.
Because no understanding of the reality of seeing at all. No understanding of anything in life at all. Just take it for something at moment of seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, and thinking. Is that right? So seeing now says what? So seeing now
Yeah,
says,
it's visible, but it says, yeah, laptop, flower, bed.
yeah. So how come to be I see you on the screen? See, how come? Not just only one seeing,
That is not reality.
not only one moment of seeing. There are uncountable seeings, moment of seeing, right? To be you on the screen instantly, as soon as I open my eyes. Is that right? So what is the truth? Know you on the screen,
So,
right? Only that which is seen in a moment, just one speck, until the nimitta, the shape and form of that, from uncountable moment of seeing, condition the shape and form of the leaf, of the wall, of your shirt, of your hair, of your face. How come? Uncountable moments of seeing. So what arises and appear does not appear as it is, that it arises and falls away in between many other processes of sound and so on. Is it true? So who enlightened the truth? No one or someone?
Buddha.
The Buddha. Without his words, without his teachings, can there be any understanding of what is seen as not anyone at all? That's why I understand that whatever appears in life, the arising and falling away so very, very, very quickly, secretly, subtly. That's why what appears instantly, as soon as one opens one's eyes, for example, everything is there around what we take for my body, myself. Is that right? So, in truth, it's the world of ultimate truth, of reality is conditioned to arise and fall away instantly, unknown at all, because of the shape and form which is conditioned by numerous moments of seeing, condition it to be someone and something all the time around oneself. What we take for self, see, is also seen. Is that right? So learn to understand the ultimate truth and who's the Buddha. Not just believe that he is the Buddha, so what he taught must be real, but the words of the truth. to be carefully considered that just live in the world of nimitta, because each moment arises and falls away in split seconds, unknown. But there can be a little more understanding of seeing, not just one seeing, just the seeing, the nimitta of seeing. So now, is there any question about the nimitta of seeing?
Ajahn, there is a uncountable moment of seeing which conditions a shape or color or sign, and that we say is this person, this thing, this material, and that is taken as something or someone. Is a nimitta? That is what is a little understanding.
Without nimitta, can there be the understanding of what appears as different things? Without nimitta, and without that which arises and falls away in split seconds, can there be nimitta? We
See,
just
Prakash, this is the key. This is the key. It's not like you're going to try to catch nimitta, but the understanding that, okay, we know that there is seeing. Seeing is a reality and it experiences visible objects. But we also know that it is very short. It's very momentary. It is preceded and followed by other kinds of chittas which do not see very fast, one after the other. So now we're trying to understand that this moment of experience of seeing now, is it that just one moment or is it many moments?
Many moments.
It's many moments, but how to understand this, right? So Achan asked, talk about shape and form, and you were talking about different colors and shape and form, and whether that is the meaning of nimitta. But Achan is saying is that that shape and form is already thinking, but without nimitta, would that be possible to think in terms of shape and form? It's because there must be nimitta. So don't try to catch,
Nimitta
conceptualize
also.
nimitta, but the nimitta must be there, right? There must be nimitta, otherwise there is no shape and form. That is the idea. This is the key to understand. Without nimitta, there cannot be the idea of shape and form, of different shapes, different form, different colors. This is where the understanding has to be. One reality cannot create the idea of shape and form. It has to be many, many. Kanachan, please.
so. Is there any question about nimitta?
Yeah, yes, Sajan. I think I mentioned earlier, I'm again mentioning, there is a ultimate reality, then there is a concept. And this concept to arise, there is a in between nimitta. Nimitta is used to concept to arise, conceptualize whatever is seen, whatever is heard, whatever is smelt, isn't it?
What is that again? See, what is that again? What is that again? No matter what you are talking about, what is the ultimate of that again and again and again? That's why we just talk about one reality, seeing. Now, is there any doubt about the nimitta of seeing? Any time, any time, what appears are the nimitta of seeings, many seeings, not just only one seeing.
Yes, there are many seeings.
Okay, so it's the nimitta of seeing which appear. The chitta before seeing does not appear. The chitta after seeing does not appear. In a day, seeing all the time, it seems, it shows how rapidity Dhamma arise and falls away each moment, unknown. What is known is just the nimitta, the shape and form, or even for seeing, we don't use the term shape and form, like different colors of visible object, but as there can be the understanding of something without the shape and form, can it be something, a cat, a dog, a a picture? Not at all. That's why I begin to understand the breaking world just arise and falls away in expectation, rolls on non-stop by conditions, that which has fallen away instantly, absolutely. How can it arise when we talk about just death or fallen away completely? How can it arise again? Learn to understand the world that Buddha realized and taught about the truth of it, to understand the truth because it's so true. Just a moment ago gone. Seeing now it's not seeing just a moment ago. Learn to understand each moment is not permanent at all. And without conditions, nothing can arise at all. That's the way Dhamma is. That's why it's Dhamma. No one, no control. Just a moment, please.
Prakash, just now when Thanachan asked you and you said there are many moments of seeing, would you not say that there must be many moments of seeing? Rather than that there must be many moments of seeing.
Yeah, that is the right way of telling because there is no experience of
No,
many.
it's not that. It's not that. It's just that if you can understand uh, the fact, the truth that one moment cannot condition the ideal shape and form, only as a result of many moments of seeing, experiencing visible object can there be the idea of shape and form. Then we would say that there is understanding that there must be many moments. There can't be just one moment. There must be many moments of seeing, experiencing visible object.
What does one moment of seeing see?
The object, visible object, John.
How little? A speck only, isn't it?
Yes.
And where is it? Which is seen?
It is a high base.
So is there any understanding? It's just that which is seen, not that which appears when we just see something at all. How fast it is. From there to then, only the idea. So begin to understand the hidden truth of the world without any understanding. Just think of we living in the world of this and that all the time, friends and things, but in truth, beginning to understand a little more of what is meant by Dhamma, whatever is real by conditions, to understand, to let go what we take that which appear as I and things, but in truth, they are different realities. But ignorance take the nimitta of that which arises and falls away, appearing as shape and form of different things as the world. But in truth, what is that in a moment? See, from head to toe, visible object is stuck there, but the idea of it is over there. Something seen all the time, in a day. So understand deeper and deeper, more subtle of the truth before right understanding can go through the truth of now. Whatever is there has arisen and fallen away in split seconds. What is left is only the succession of what is there by shape and form to be taken, to be known as something. That's why there are the words Panyati, Nimitta, and Paramadadhamma. Without Paramadadhamma, can there be anything? No seeing, no hearing, no visible object. There cannot be anything at all. But understand the truth that whatever is there arises by conditions, just to arise and falls away instantly, succeeded by moments to moments of seeing, to experience that which from moment to moment conditioned by different colors to be different shape and form, short or long, red or blue, to be taken as this person or that person or something, the shoe, the pencil, the pen, the spoon, the fork, all of nimitta in life. In life, all are there, only nimitta of that which in truth nothing is left, all gone, until it can be realized little by little to have more confidence of the truth. Is there anyone or they are seeing, hearing, smelling, conditioned, arises and falls away, unknowingly from birth? See, no one at birth and death. See, and condition the next moment again and again non-stop. And this is the way Dhamma is. Can you do anything? Can anyone do anything? In truth, what is taken for someone without the ultimate truth? Can there be anything or anyone? Is it true?
Yes, yeah, ultimate truth must be there.
Can it be changed?
No,
Can it be taken for I now see?
no,
That's why it's there because of ignorance accumulated eons and eons ago. That's why right understanding begin to understand the ultimate truth of life, of the world, of everything. Otherwise, what appears is taken for something instantly by the nimitta, without that which arises and falls away in succession, appear as some shape and form. Can there be the idea of something? So panyati is that which makes known that which appear as I, or someone, or the bed, or the shoes. See? And this is the world, the breaking world. Just arise and falls away instantly, non-stop, by conditions. That's why Buddha realized how many dhammas are there which experience the object, and how many dhammas are there which arise but does not experience anything at all. Is it true? Can the scientists understand this moment?
no.
That's it, no one except
Mm.
the one who has enlightened and the one who listened carefully, wisely enough to understand what is true and what is not true. So without the Paramadadhamma, the ultimate truth, there can never be any nimitta at all. Is that right? And when it's there different by the shape and form and the nimitta, it's taken for something that like the tree and the flower and the cat or the dog. Panyati, it makes known that moment that which is seen as something. Kun Sukin is not Kun Sarah, it's not Kun Prakash, it's not Kun Tratswin. See, not anyone at all in truth from birth, only the ultimate reality, citta, cetasika, and rupa, conditioned to arise. The first moment can never be the second moment together at all, one moment at a time. Condition that shape and form to be taken for something, to be nimitta, make it known by panyati. Even the word, just that moment of seeing is something already, panyati, of the shape and form of the visible objects. Is it true? Is it the world? Is it any world, anywhere, all Adhamas? Without understanding how deep and how subtle it is, it's impossible to understand the truth. It's impossible to understand who's the Buddha. Only understanding the teachings about the truth. He taught for how long? 45 years. Just about what is there in life, each moment, and the source of the world from head to toe. That's why there is the term opanayiko. Get closer and closer and closer to where it is.
So Dika, Ajan, and hello Prakash, Yukin, and everyone. Yes, on the Opanayiko, get closer, because earlier there was some discussion about being far from this moment, but it's not I or you or anyone that gets closer. It's only Panya that gets closer and closer to the truth. So when we hear about how we have to begin again and so on, it's not you or I that begins again, not you or I who gets close. It's just the development of Panya. And when we talk about considering, it is just Panya that is being referred to, understanding a little more at this moment, but not anyone who listens, not anyone who takes advantage, not anyone who begins or does anything. And on the point about nimitta, another way to consider is like now, there is seeing, just the reality of seeing, which sees what is visible. The seeing arises with 7 Chaitasikas. It experiences the visible object, falls away instantly. No panya that can directly know the seeing, because by the time panya arises in the mind door process, the seeing has long fallen away. Even in the sense door process, when kusala chittas arise, the seeing has fallen away. So it's always nimitta of a reality that is experienced, even if we're talking about the Buddha's wisdom. The understanding of seeing it has to be the nimitta, because the seeing has fallen away before panya can arise. And now we're talking about many, many moments of seeing. The seeing has a characteristic, so it can be directly known. It's the characteristic of seeing that is known by way of nimitta. So it is the reality, it is the exact replica of the Dhamma, seeing consciousness, that is known, but it has to be by nimitta. That's all. So it doesn't mean that what you're hearing now about understanding seeing is different from what you've heard before when we talk about directly understanding the reality. It's just a refinement to indicate that it's always the characteristic of seeing that's known, and it's always the nimitta of that characteristic of seeing that is known, but it's still the understanding of seeing that is the object. So it's just a little more refinement, but it's still the understanding of seeing by way of nimitta, even when it's vipassana jnana, clear understanding of seeing. clear understanding of the arising and falling away of seeing. It's still nimitta of seeing, even though it's such clear understanding of the characteristic of seeing. So it's always back to now. What about seeing now? Is there any understanding of seeing now? At a moment of understanding of seeing, no thought about nimitta, no thought about whether it's sensed or mind or characteristic or this or that, because it's just the characteristic, the seeing itself, which appears. So these are just refinements, not to be the object of endless thinking and speculation, but for the purpose of understanding a little more precisely what it is that can be known now. And so the world of nimitta, as Sukhina and Ajahn have been explained, all these different realities which arise and fall away so fast, but are taken all the time for people and things and hands and plants. So we live in the world of concepts. We take the world of concepts of being real, but in fact, in truth, there are just the different namas and rupas arising and falling away. In fact, there are just the dhammas that are the world right now, the nimitta of that, those dhammas that appears. Is it a little more clear now than before?
Yeah.
Prakash,
Hi, Prakash.
I'm not sure if this is going to help. Just 1 minute. I have one thing, short thing to say. Prakash, Achan used the word make known. And I was wondering whether that might help for you to understand. She said without without nimitta, it can, I mean, because of nimitta, that nimitta makes known that there is this and that. So I was trying to use that idea of make known, say with one particular color, say white. Uh, just consider this. If it was just one single moment of seeing, experiencing visible object, and that visible object, let's say it's that one color, white, do you think it can make known at that one moment can make known that it's one color? It has to be many, many moments of seeing, right, to make known that it's white. For
I think it's
example,
the panyati, meaning of panyati is make known. So
yeah, I mean, but because of that's the
it makes
one
known
moment
because of
cannot
nimitta.
make known the panyati. Many moments only can make
The
known. It's the
panyati
nimitta
make
that
known. What is the
uh, to make known that it's white. It has to be many moments of seeing that color, and that's nimitta. That's the meaning of nimitta. It's the nimitta that is what is needed to know that it is white, not just one moment.
because of the nimitta? There are the panyati, which make known as bed, sera, prakash, plant, and so on.
Yeah, without nimitta, there is no concept.
So that is what the meaning of panyati is, to make known. Yeah.
Hi, Prakash. Good to see you here. So regular, many times a week. And how long is it since you started joining the discussions now?
Yeah, we 5 months.
5 months. Okay.
4, 5 months.
Okay. Has it been useful?
Yes.
Have you learned something?
Yeah, little understanding about Dhamma.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
little.
Understanding, but understanding about what is real at the present moment.
Yes.
Yeah. And of course, what we learn, we have to appreciate conceptually in the beginning,
Yes.
but I think you realize that what is being discussed applies to the present moment also.
Yes.
It's not just abstract knowledge, is it? It's
Yes.
and you appreciate that it's related to the present moment now. Everything the Buddha taught relates to the present moment.
Yes.
And when there is appreciation of that, is that a kind of understanding?
It is an intellectual understanding.
Mm-hmm. But it's understanding about the way things actually are, about realities. It may not be direct understanding of individual realities, but it's an understanding about what is real at the present moment and what is concept and so forth, right?
Yes.
So over those 5 months, there has been some understanding developed. Would that be correct?
Yes.
Yeah. And was it apparent at the time which of those moments in those 5 months were moments when understanding developed?
Yeah, sometimes.
At the time, the particular moment that with
Yeah.
understanding, was that apparent?
Yes, it was.
I think Prakash, Jonathan is asking is that when at any moment there was understanding, even if there's now, does it, do you know that it's understanding right
A
now?
moment of understanding, or is it
Yeah.
only later one appreciates there have been moments of understanding, but they didn't stand out at the time as, oh, that's a moment of understanding, and right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I then asked you, how did that understanding develop? What would the answer be?
Listening
Because it develops unknowingly, doesn't it? Did it develop because of undertaking a practice of any kind?
No.
Right. And could it have developed without hearing a proper explanation of the reality of the present moment?
Hearing Dhamma and little considering it would have helped.
Yes. Yeah. It couldn't happen without those things, could it? So can we say there has been some progress, some development of understanding over the 5 months?
Yeah, little, very little.
Yeah, well, a little is better than none, isn't it?
Yeah.
But the important thing is not how much, but whether the right conditions for understanding have been there. Because that's the important thing. So if there is confidence that there has been some understanding developed, then why do we need to? Why do we still need to ask how it's developed? Because it happens unknowingly, but definitely happens if the right circumstances are there. And those right circumstances begin with hearing the Dhamma properly explained, or explained in a way that is easy and that we can comprehend intellectually or conceptually, because it conditions the kind of reflection that will give rise to some moments of understanding, but again, they are not known as moments of understanding as and when they occur.
And are
And
those
Prakash,
moments of
it's actually like every other Sankhara Kanda, isn't it? At a moment of attachment arising, there's no idea about whether it's growing in intensity, it's just rising, but it's but we can understand even intellectually that every moment of attachment arising, it accumulates. So same with understanding. At that moment, you don't know how much or whether it is even, but it must be there. If as Jonathan was just saying, that if you reflect over time in that there has been some understanding, it means that at all those moments when it arose, it must have arisen and accumulated little by little unknown.
And is that understanding yours, Prakash?
No, no.
That's the main point. The seeing now is not yours. The attachment now is not yours. The understanding is not. They're just dharmas all gone, of no importance. Otherwise, there's clinging to that growing understanding or what was experienced, but it's all gone. The test is
Right.
always at this very moment. And
Right. And
what
it's good
about
to hear that you don't think about it, because some people might worry about understanding and whether it's there or not. And that's another problem, isn't it?
Oh, I think
I don't think about it at all. And Ajahn said, oh, very good. It's all gone. It's unimportant. What about now? So what about now, Prakash? What is real? What is appearing now?
Yeah. Hearing, and definitely a seeing, thinking,
Right.
and yeah, thinking again.
just
Yeah.
all the usual realities is the answer. So,
Yes. Thinking,
but
seeing,
the moments
clinging.
of actual awareness and understanding are few and far between, but they are there from time to time. So I think that's the main thing. And the more we appreciate that the understanding develops by its own conditions, the less we're inclined to try to think of how we can develop it more quickly.
Yeah.
Because that just gets in the way of the understanding developing by its own conditions.
And even
Thank
when
you, Jonathan.
listening to what it was said about nimitta, it's now. What is now? Confusion now, doubt now, thinking now, sound now. How is sound now? So it's back to this moment, always now. What is appearing? Doesn't matter whether it's confusion or sound or seeing. They're just dhammas, which are impersonal, not belonging to anyone. So any moment, what's important is understanding of Dhamma right now, no matter the topic, no matter whether talking about TV program or nimitta or lunch, as we were just discussing. What about now? That's life. And that's the main point, to really appreciate more and more that what appears is Dhamma and anatta, nothing, no one.
And just on the question of nimitta, I think as nimitta is associated with anything that arises and falls away, or that lasts for just an instant, a very short moment. In Dhamma terms, that rises and falls away very quickly. It's just to give a conventional example. I don't know whether you've ever heard this, but it's said that there can be a flash of light that is so quick that it can't be seen. Or there can be a sound, a beep that is so short that it can't be heard. But if there was a succession of those flashes or beeps, then they could be seen or heard. A single one, no, but multiple of the same very short and following quickly one after the other can be seen or heard. So what is being seen or heard then are not the individual flashes because it's too quick to be seen, but there's an image of the light that is a consequence of the multiple instances of the very, very quickly appearing and disappearing flash. So that's what nimitta is to me. And when that is applied to momentary realities, it's just the same, that a single one cannot be known as it is. But if there is awareness and understanding of, say, sound, that will be the object of that awareness and understanding will be multiple moments of sound, actually. Hence, it's the nimitta rather than the reality. The reality is just a single moment, but those are not discernible as single moments. They're discernible, they appear to awareness and understanding as a single continuous sound. But so the characteristic is there of the sound as opposed to the visible object or other reality. But the momentariness is not known. And so that's why in this existence, samsara, everything is known by way of nimitta.
And here, just to be clear, sorry.
No, I'll go on.
Okay, Prakash, just to be more clear, here we're talking about in relation to the fact that something appears, not that it is being experienced. Of course, even those flashes which Jonathan was referring to, that one does not appear, it requires many. We're not saying that it's not being experienced. It's experienced, but it does not appear. To appear, it requires many, many flashes. That's the idea.
But in a sense, we don't need to overthink this question of nimitta, because it's not that we have to see the nimitta. No. What appears is the reality, and whether it's by nimitta or otherwise is not material, because the characteristic is known. And if the characteristic of the reality is known, it doesn't matter whether we appreciate at that moment that it's nimitta or not.
What do you mean by characteristic is known? Yes.
Characteristic of sound is different from the characteristic of visible object. Yeah, that's what I mean by the characteristic.
The lakkhana in Pali.
The individual unique characteristic is the characteristic that is unique to that kind of Dhamma, not the common characteristics of anicca, dukkha, anatta. They are also characteristics, but they are not the unique characteristic for that reality.
So each reality, seeing has a characteristic which is different from the characteristic of hearing, and it is the characteristic of the reality which is known, which is understood by way of nimitta, but it's always a characteristic of seeing, a characteristic of hearing, characteristic of a reality.
So it means without nimitta, there is no seeing or there is no hearing.
Seeing arises now.
We're talking about the awareness and understanding of seeing rather than seeing itself. But it's seeing itself that to which the nimitta is attached, but it's relevant in the context of when reality is being directly experienced or known by awareness and understanding.
Whether or not anyone has ever heard the Buddha's teachings or not, seeing arises, sees what is visible, falls away instantly. Hearing arises, hears sound, is gone. Thinking arises, thinks about shapes, forms, colors, people, things, just the same. So the realities, the nimitta of realities, the ideas, the concepts which make known Prakash, Shara, and so on, just the same, whether one has heard the Buddha's teachings or not. So the Buddha's teachings are about understanding the truth of what life is, what the world is now, anyway, not anything different. Seeing is just the same, hearing is just the same, thinking is just the same. The fantasies and dreams that are thought about, the same. So what develops is the understanding of life as it is. So the seeing that's understood is just the same seeing that has always arisen and fallen away for countless lifetimes, nothing different. So it's the understanding of what life is at this moment that hasn't been known before. That's all.
And today, Prakash, I understood what Achan has often been referring to, the breaking world. Today I understood it when applying this idea of breaking to nimitta, since nimitta is many realities, then every moment is breaking. That's how I understand the breaking world to be.
The rising and falling away of realities. We have a word in Pali, lujati, breaking up. This is the world, the breaking up of the world at each moment. So seeing is breaking up, hearing is breaking up. So it's a play on the word lujati. Loka means world, and lujati is the breaking up. And it's now the breaking up of whatever has arisen at each moment. And it's so amazing. The seeing arises and falls away so fast. But the characteristic of seeing can be directly known right now. But it's always nimitta of seeing, not one seeing, as everyone has said. But it's still the characteristic of seeing itself that can directly be known. And this is the understanding that is satipatthana, the direct understanding of the reality at this very moment. And without that understanding that develops to the point of directly understanding realities, there cannot be the letting go of something, someone. So the understanding has to develop until it's direct understanding, and later the clear understanding of realities, the breaking up of different realities.
Thank you.
Those in the Buddha's time who, like this girl who was 7 years old who became enlightened, he didn't hear the details about the nimitta, but when hearing about the truth of different realities, firm, direct, clear understanding. So it's always back to this moment.
If you have confidence that what is being developed is understanding so far, that some understanding has been developed, then there's no need to worry about how it's developed, because you can be confident that the right conditions, the right formula, if you like, has been found, even though the moments of understanding are not themselves known one by one.
And as I think others have stressed, I think Ajahn and Sukin have stressed, even when we hear listen more, it's not about what is to be done by someone. It's not about how many hours of Zoom you listen to. It's about understanding of what is heard and considered, understanding about seeing now as taught by the Buddha, what is real at this very moment. That's the careful listening of what the Buddha taught, the wise considering of understanding right now, anytime, any place.
And at that moment, they're seeing the value of what's being heard. So that itself conditions more interest in hearing more and more.
Yes, it is deep, I would say.
Are you having any discussions with your wife these days, Prakash?
Yeah, she's sitting next to me. She's hearing. Yeah, I
But
think you
is
can
there any
unmute.
point you would like to ask about?
Hello, nice
Good
to
to see you.
you.
I asked because I thought she might be there
Yes.
because it's Saturday.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice to see you. Yes.
Do you have any question to bring up?
Just trying to internalize,
Yes,
be in this space. I
right.
think
I think
when I
that's
have doubts, I will ask.
yeah. So that's good to just consider things for a while, and then when you are ready, you have things that you want to seek some clarification on. So don't hesitate to ask. We're very happy to discuss.
Sure.
Is there hearing now?
Yeah.
Is it you who is hearing, or is it just a Dhamma that is hearing now?
Yeah, it's Dhamma.
Just a Dhamma that hears, just
Yes.
sound that is heard and then gone. And then so quickly thinking about the words, the meanings, the ideas, the different voices, but it's just sound that's heard. So useless to think about trying to focus or trying to be aware or trying to meditate to catch reality, because it's just sound that's heard and it's gone. No one can do anything about it. And this is life at this very moment. Just a moment of hearing sound gone, thinking, no one there, no one that can do anything. So life is much easier when there's the letting go of the baggage and the idea of I doing anything, or I must go to the temple, or I must sit in a quiet room, or I must stop cooking. It makes life so complicated. But life goes on as usual. Working, helping in the kitchen, doing your usual jobs, but little more understanding, no one there at all. Just different dharmas arising and falling away, all anatta. Glad to see you. And only a few minutes, so maybe Ajahn would like to finish.
Yeah.
Are you there, Tanajan?
Okay, now,
Thank
what
you.
is seen?
Seeing by way of nimitta, visible object.
What is seen?
Visible object are done.
Nimitta of visible object, isn't it?
Yes.
So, how long we have left in the world of nimitta?
Always.
How long?
Since birth.
Have we been living in the nimitta world? The world of nimitta?
I
When
think
there's-
perhaps you didn't hear your answer, Prakash, so you might like to repeat it again.
No, I didn't actually get the question.
Since when nimitta is?
For how long have we been living in the nimitta world? And you said since always, for always, right?
Yeah, from
Forever.
birth. Yeah, from birth.
So we are living in the world of atta, isn't it?
Yes.
And the truth is that it's never been the word of atta. How long can the atta would be taken out of what appears? It cannot be atta. It's just a moment of experiencing an object, and the object is seen or experienced and gone instantly.
Mm.
So now, beginning to understand the word of anatta, not the word of atta as before. That's why, according to what Buddha said, all dhammas are anatta. But now it's the word of nimitta, it's the word of atta. How long will there it be the word of anatta? No one there. Nothing is there at all. Because it's conditioned just to arise and falls away instantly, never to arise again. Falls away completely, absolutely, ultimately. So how can it arise again? The temporary death. And this is the word of Dhamma, the word of anatta, not atta, no one there, nothing at all, nothing at all. So be true to the truth. What's the goal of listening to the truth? Not just to understand the word, but to let go of the idea of something, eons and eons ago, the word of atta.
Mm. Yeah.
So at moment of understanding, this is the beginning, the first round of understanding the truth of what is there, just in a moment, one by one, little by little. So it doesn't matter at all how long it will be able to realize the truth, because it has to be understanding the truth of what is there right now. Otherwise, there would never be that moment of realizing the truth, the ultimate truth of this moment at all. Is it parami? We
Yes,
have panya enough to be patient. Khanti parami, viriya parami, satya parami, adidana parami, nekama parami. Each moment of understanding the truth, little by little, it conditioned more kusala moment than a kusala moment, which is conditioned by ignorance and attachment. In a day, how much ignorance and how very little understanding beginning to develop against the current of ignorance and attachment, the second noble truth. And this is the only way, not just try or how can I anymore. Is it true?
yes.
So, Satya Barami together with Panya Barami and other Barami. So it's time now to say Sawadee Ka. Appreciate everyone's
Yeah,
Sawadee ka,
thousand
participation.
Panajama. Appreciate
Thank you,
Tika
everyone.
Ajahn.
Thank you very
Thank
much,
you,
Jan
Spirit.
Sawadee ka.
อนุโมทนา
Thank you
เทโช
everyone.
ค่ะ
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Thank you
ขอบพระคุณค่ะท่านอาจารย์
Thank you, Bang.
ท่านอาจารย์